Hello, friends. I am Pastor Daniel MAQSOOD. Today, I am excited to share a message about my dear brother in Christ, Pastor Dave, his heart for people and his bold stand for the gospel have been inspiring so many. Let's talk about what God is doing through his ministry and how it challenges all of us to grow in faith.
Social media of people who are agnostic or atheists that said they went to church for the first time in years and years, if not ever. And they were called to pray. They were called to go into churches of worship to give their heart to the Lord. And most of them saying, you know what? I have to check this Jesus out. I got to check this God out, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because if we see that much evil in this world, there's got to be a counter to this evil. And that's exactly what darkness is. It's the absence of light. The more we shine the light of Christ, like Charlie did from east to west and north to south, the less the dark gets. This is a turning point, again, pun intended, for our nation and the world to come to the billion soul harvest. I truly believe this is the shot heard round the world that is going to usher in the billion soul harvest. We also got to give a warning to the churches. I'm just off the top of my head, just looking at social media and comments on Sunday in my prayer time. I would say 50% of the churches in the United States of America did not even bring up Charlie Kirk. The question you have to ask today, if you are in a church on Sunday and you are worshiping the Lord and your pastor, priest, or whatever you want to call him, behind the pulpit, did not bring up Charlie Kirk at all. Talk about this darkness, this light versus a dark, this spiritual battle. Remember, the Apostle Paul summed it up perfectly. We're not fighting against flesh. We're fighting against principalities. This is what happens when the church, becomes silent. This is what happens when the church becomes politically correct and woke. The question is, if your pastor or priest did that, it's time to find a new church.
Charlie Kirk's influence on faith. Pastor Dave calls churches to action. Agnostics returning to church. Pastor Dave reacts to Charlie Kirk's impact. Pastor Dave shares insights on Charlie Kirk's influence as agnostics and atheists return to church, discover our churches are responding to a cultural shift and spiritual awakening. Pastor Dave recently spoke about Charlie Kirk's impact on faith communities and how churches are seeing a harvest of souls, even among those who once identified as agnostic or atheist. As culture darkness depends, many are feeling compliant to re-examine faith, hope, and truth. Charlie Kirk's influence on the church. Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, has become more than a political communicator. Through events and broadcasts, he openly discusses biblical values, freedom, and morality, challenging audiences to seek truth beyond politics. This is really powerful message. I want to tell you this message will especially change your life and change your circumstance. God is going to bless you. Have a blessed day.